There's no place on Earth quite like the U.S. Great Plains. Known by some as Tornado Alley, it spawns more severe weather than any place else on the planet. Extreme winds, giant hail, flooding rains, and tornadoes that can flatten entire neighborhoods. Simple ingredients come together in a perfectly terrifying mixture. Heat, moisture, and changing winds with height. Ordinary thunderstorms blossom, but those tall storm clouds feel those changing winds. They're transformed into vigorous rotating supercells. Once a supercell forms, it can rage for hours. A supercell is a rotating thunderstorm. That rotation is key to its longevity. Supercells have separate updrafts and downdrafts. Warm, moist air spirals into the updraft like a barber's pole. That air is buoyant. It rises like smoke in a chimney. That updraft plume towers 10 or more miles high. Tornadoes form in the updraft region. They're an umbilical cord connecting the cloud to the ground, a concentrated vacuum of air feeding the entire storm above. The downdraft, meanwhile, is where air comes down. Rain-cooled air descends, sometimes rapidly. Pockets of dense air crashing to Earth can splatter outward. That brings strong microburst winds. Heavy rain in the downdraft can cause flooding, especially in flat areas with poor drainage. The slower the storm moves, the worse the flooding gets. Large hail can fall in the downdraft too. There are different species of supercells. Regular supercells have a wet downdraft and a mostly clear updraft. Even still, you might get a surprise backlash of cold air and hail behind the updraft. We call that the rear flank downdraft, or the RFD. It's like the cold air wraparound. It's what tightens a storm's circulation. High precipitation supercells are waterlogged beasts. Rain obscures the updraft and enshrouds the storm's circulation. Any tornadoes are impossible to see.
At the stop sign, turn right.
Alrighty, it is April 26th. We are in Hobbs, New Mexico, heading towards Carlsbad, and we'll see what we get. If we get anything, take me home to the plane. Oh no, that was my computer. Fortunately, no one's around, so I can just back up. Whee! There should be some old guitar music. Low precipitation supercells are common across the high plains. They have a clear updraft base. There's no rain to hide the storm's inner workings. They don't produce tornadoes terribly often, but when they do, they can be seen for miles around. Photogenic funnels seem small beneath a towering thunderhead. By definition, LP supercells don't drop much rain. But they can still nab you with big hail. Believe me, I would know. Hail is a mystical thing. Unless you're a bird. Some severe weather days might feature temperatures in the 90s. Then suddenly the ground is covered in ice. The biggest hail falls closest to the tornado, right near a storm's rotation.
Alrighty gang, this is the backside of our severe storm. We're getting baseball to softball sized hail. This obviously the pillar of rotation.
That's because you need a strong updraft to suspend the hail in the cloud. The longer it's up there, the bigger it grows. Each layer represents a pass through the storm.
Alternating layers, clear and white ice. And that basically shows you how long it took for that layer to form. If air bubbles got involved in the freezing process, then you get white ice. If the air bubbles escaped, then you get clear ice.
There are still many mysteries surrounding hail. Why do some storms produce lots of little hail, while others produce just a few big stones? What determines the distribution of hail of different sizes? And why can one giant stone fall in a field of much littler hail, like on April 29th near Guthrie, Texas?
I just found one that's 5 inches across. DVD-sized hail here.
This stone came in at a whopping 4.74 inches across, the size of a DVD. Every other stone was the size of a tennis ball. Over the high plains of Colorado, Wyoming, and eastern New Mexico, slow-moving hailstorms can drop plowable amounts of hail. When large quantities of hail fall, it rapidly cools the air. Oftentimes, air within a few feet of the ground is chilled below its dew point. That means the moisture in the air condenses, and suddenly you get hail fog.
Oh my gosh, this might be the widest one yet. This one has to be 3.5
This season, I only lost 3
We're suddenly getting
windshields
some bigger hail
and
now.
a side window. But who's counting? Not all tornadoes are created equal. Most are brief and fleeting, like this one that snuck up on me while I was trying to enjoy pancakes at IHOP after finishing chasing for the day.
Looks like it, and actually I think it just did. There's some debris down there, a little bit of dust. See past the wind turbines, bit of dust underneath that rotating cloud.
Some whirls aren't tornadoes at all, like gustnadoes. They're eddies that form along a thunderstorm's cool air exhaust or outflow. They're not connected to any cloud, and so they're not real tornadoes. Blink and you'll miss them.
Look at that adorable little funnel. Ooh, a good funnel.
Landspouts are weak tornadoes that form from the ground up. They're not associated with pre-existing cloud-based rotation. Instead, invisible swirls near the ground get stretched upwards by a storm cloud's updraft. That stretching strengthens the spin and makes for slender, dusty funnels that have winds of 80 to 100 miles per hour. This landspout near North Platte, Nebraska was a hybrid, or a cross between a landspout and a more traditional tornado. It formed like a landspout, but eventually merged with spinning clouds above. The vortex's breakdown at the end of its life cycle was truly mesmerizing.
Let's right a little bit so y'all can see at home.
Bona fide tornadoes are the most dangerous. They come from mesocyclones. The mesocyclone is the name we give to a supercell's rotating updraft. Most mesocyclones are 2 to 6 miles in diameter. The stronger the mesocyclone, the more likely it is to produce a tornado. Warm, moist air is vacuumed into the mesocyclone. Sometimes dust is pulled in too.
This is insane. It's a dust storm. Wow.
You'll often see a slice of dry air wrapping into the mesocyclone, squeezing the spin tighter.
What we're seeing right now is the next one get ready to drop. So you can see over here something called the clear slot. That's basically clear air, dry air wrapping into tightness circulation, and the next one will likely form right over there beneath that spinning cloud.
We call that the clear slot. That's usually right before a tornado touches down. There are many other eerie clues that a tornado might be about to form.
Rotating rain curtains. That's crazy. Whatever it is, it's going to touch down very close here.
If you ever see the rain doing this, you're in serious danger. Rotating rain curtains are a surefire sign that a storm might be about to drop a tornado.
Wow, so that's a rain-wrapped tornado, gang. Wow. It's also a powerful tornado.
Tornadoes come in all shapes and sizes. Some are elegant, slender funnels. Others are massive, dusty behemoths. The bigger the tornado, the wider its wind field. That includes inflow, air rushing into the tornado. This mile-wide wedge tornado near Morton, Texas had winds of 125 miles per hour. It was rated an EF2. Its circulation flung apple-sized hail through my back right window.
Oh, there's Reed. Oh, look at the ground in front of me. Alrighty, guys.
Other tornadoes are deceptive. They look like enormous walls of dust, but are actually just much smaller funnels. Sometimes you can't tell which it is until you're right next to it. Dust isn't the only thing to limit visibility. There are few things more ominous than a tornado you can't see. There's nothing scarier than a tornado at night, especially if it's an EF5 strength monster.
There's no time to think. You only have time to act. Your decisions in the next 2 to 3 minutes will determine whether or not you survive and will determine whether or not 30 minutes from now You are alive.
Tornado emergency for Plevna. The National Weather Service has issued a tornado warning for northwestern Reno County until 12:15 a.m. At 11:50 p.m., a confirmed large and destructive tornado was observed near Sylvia, for 6 miles east of Zenith, moving northeast at 35 miles per hour. Tornado emergency for Plevna. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Take cover now. Expected hazards include an extremely dangerous and potentially deadly tornado. The tornado was confirmed by spotters. The following impacts are expected. You are in a life-threatening situation. Flying debris may be deadly to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be destroyed. Considerable damage to homes, businesses, and vehicles is likely, and complete destruction is possible.
There it is.
The tornado will be near.
And that, Mike, that's got to be an EF4 plus tornado. It's one of the most violent I've seen in my career up close, and to see it at night is just unreal.
Some tornado events are sneakier. We call those mesoscale events. The environment might not be broadly supportive of rotating storms. Something smaller, more localized has to do the trick. Sometimes that's a leftover boundary, exhaust from a prior day's storms. Any new storms can ingest a little leftover spin along that boundary and stretch it, producing a tornado. That's exactly what would happen on April 24th.
The sun has just come out here in Amarillo, and truth be told, I'm about as optimistic as I could be at this point of the day about possibly seeing some tornadoes later today, so fingers crossed.
Many of my best chase days start at Chili's, where I pour over data. On this particular day, it was an especially challenging forecast. I decided to head to Silverton, Texas, west of Palo Duro Canyon. It wasn't long before a single cloud blossomed. Light rain started to fall. Soon it was a storm.
And again, right there, you're seeing the initial stages of a wall cloud.
Then a supercell. Before long, it was spinning profusely. The first tornado that touched down was anticyclonic. It spun clockwise, i.e. the wrong way. "99% of northern hemisphere tornadoes spin counterclockwise.
So this is a new cell.
But I knew the storm wasn't done, so after that tornado lifted, I raced south, expecting the storm to take a right turn.
I mean, it's right turning. I like it, but this scares me.
Give it time. I already produced ones.
I'm more worried about the road. I don't care about the tornado.
I already know some people got stuck, so.
I don't want to be that person.
Everybody else had gone east. I parked in the sunshine. It was beautiful outside, hardly any wind. And yet I watched as barely a mile away, a massive strong tornado formed.
Wow, that's a tornado. incredible tornado less than a quarter mile away near Matador, Texas. Look at this thing. Notice how it's kind of clear over here? We call this the rear flank downdraft, the clear slot. Cooler, drier air punches in, wraps into the circulation, tightens it, and you squeeze out a tornado. Solidly 130 to almost 140 miles an hour, pushing high NDF2, low NDF3, just based on the look so beautifully. It's like a textbook. Interestingly, over here on this side, it's still sunny.
The tornado didn't hit anything. It was the perfect day. Some of my favorite storm chases are the ones that come together at the last minute. The Great Plains are a magical place teeming with natural beauty. The dusty yellows, the vibrant orange sunsets, the turquoises and the greens of an approaching hailstorm. It's like an oil painting come to life. The vibrant hues of the Great Plains never cease to amaze. Long car rides between chase targets give me time to appreciate this natural beauty, and they offer ample time to let my mind wander. Sometimes I make little critter friends along the way.
I know another one?
Oh no, he hopped away. Okay, well, I have the other three. One is on my foot.
And once in a great while, I even stumble upon the rare Great Plains flamingo. Storms, landscape, and natural beauty aside, the most special part of the nation's heartland is the people. I spent 52 days on the plains this year. After nearly a decade of annual chases, the region has become my second home. Leaving at the end of the season becomes a little more difficult every single year. And truth be told, this year especially so. Next season starts in about 300 days, and I can't wait to be back. Until next time, I'm MyRadar Senior Meteorologist Matthew Cappucci.
Follow MyRadar on social media: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Download MyRadar on iOS, Android, Amazon Alexa, and Windows.